In a generation like ours, more and more people have begun to speak up. Speaking up isn't exactly easy, as everyone has an opinion in some way or another. We also happen to have become a generation of followers. We follow who we believe is great, who is kind, who is a real pioneer of change. This singer is a homegrown name from the Bay Area in California, who rose from nothing and used her powerful voice to empower and inspire others to help their neighbors and to spread love. As an avid fan of Kehlani and her musical and philanthropic work, I believe her efforts to change the world we live in should not go unnoticed. In a world that seems so cold and dark, this individual is showing us that love is the only way to really change the world we live in. Kehlani is only 23 and has completely flipped the industry upside down. Her devotion in her work, as well as her compassionate nature, make her a force to be reckoned with. She is a true warrior who creates music that is a vessel for people to understand the hardships of life and finding yourself at such a young age. She uses her platform as well to speak on many issues that people find uncomfortable or controversial. Her bravery and devotion to creating conversations and change within communities truly shows just how much she cares for those around her, as well as for those who follow and enjoy her music. Now, I'd like to highlight her life, as I believe her story is truly inspiring and shows how her come up has helped her remain grounded as she has skyrocketed to fame within the last 2 years. Kehlani was born to two drug-addicted parents and later did a stint in foster care. She was eventually adopted by an aunt, but soon became homeless when she left home to start her career. She was discovered by Nick Cannon while auditioning for America's Got Talent, and he ultimately helped jumpstart her career. Although she was beginning to adjust to life at such a young age in the limelight, she wasted no time to use her voice and to help her community. Her first headlining tour, after the release of her debut album, Sweet Sexy Savage, she launched a campaign that collaborated with local women's shelters to collect toiletries at venues of her concerts. This goes to show just how committed she is to helping her community, as well as remaining compassionate to others and their struggles in life and overall, just in general. Kehlani is also not one to shy away from pouring her heart out in her music. On her debut album, she wrote about her journey through heartbreak and her battle with serious mental illness. Her hope was to create an outlet where people could relate to songs about love and life in general in a real way. She also hoped to inspire people to find the fire that was inside themselves, even if life seemed to dim any light that was within them. Her presence on social media is definitely felt as she has drawn attention for her philanthropic collaborations. She announced recently that she was donating $50,000 from the earnings of a collaboration she did with Fashion Nova, that the proceeds of that would go to an LGBT centers and shelters across America. And her peers and fans have since applauded her for standing with the community and not deserting her promise to uplift those whose voices are often misheard. She once spoke on suicide in an intimate concert setting as she addressed her audience, sharing her own personal battles with mental illness, and also sharing her personal just opinions and frustrations on the system that constantly overlooks teenagers and young people just in general who struggle with mental illness and who often take their own lives as a result of not receiving help. So she wanted to create an environment that was very real and not only showcased her own feelings on the subject, but also to spread a word of encouragement to those who might be contemplating suicide, or for those who know somebody who might be contemplating suicide. So, in conclusion, I believe Kehlani is a true carrier of the phrase, spread love, not hate. She has time and time shown her upbringing has kept her humble. Once homeless and now living her dream, she's spreading a message of love. Knowing her fans will listen, she uses her fame to encourage others to love in a world that is filled with so much hate. As they being the younger generation, are pioneers of change. That being said, she uses her voice to concern opinions on certain issues that need to be addressed. Her public support of various organizations for minority groups show how much of a devoted ally she is. Never abandoning her promise to change the community, she continues to support and give back to the community where she has her roots. The biggest impact she seems to have is her biggest impact she's had seems to be how she's changed the way we believe we should interact with our neighbors. She wants everyone to be kind and spread positivity. As this world is already filled with so much hate, she single-handedly is changing the world one step at a time, and for that we all owe her a round of applause. Personally, I would like to thank Kehlani for teaching us the power of love and reinstating compassion and connectedness within our communities.